What's up guys, this is Adam for Balans Watch, and today's watch build is all about friendship. So let's get right into it. Before we begin with today's build, let me thank you guys for all the amount of support you gave me on my first video. I did not expect to get that many views. I know the number is nothing to brag about, but it means a lot to me, so thank you guys so much for that. I replied to all the comments and got some really nice feedback that I'll be incorporating in future projects. And let me know if anything I can do to make your viewer experience more enjoyable to you. And with that important stuff out the way, let's get into the build. So this watch is very special because I'll be giving this away to one of my very good friends. He's been really supportive of this whole brand idea that I've been trying to roll out. So I couldn't think of a better person to give my first watch to. But more on that later in the video. Right now, what you're seeing me doing is removing the day wheel from the movement. I'm using the NH36 for this build. It might seem like a little bit of a waste because this dial doesn't have the date window, but I'm thinking of upgrading his watch in the future, so this is just to future-proof this watch. I'm gonna make a separate video on how to do this because I want to be able to get really into it and give out all the details and tips. But the whole idea is to remove any moving parts that you don't need. I'm not removing the date wheel today because it's a lot more complicated. Since we'll be going back to this watch sometime in the future, I think it's be okay to leave it on for now. But essentially, I just turn an NH36 into an NH35. With the day wheel removed, now we have to set the dial. This watch is inspired by the Rolex Explorer 1, an incredible line of watch from Rolex that dated back to 1953. That watch have incredible history that involved climbing the Everest. You should look into that story if you're interested. But throughout this build, you're gonna find a lot of similar inspiration from that watch with the black dials, the hands. We were really happy with the design and I was glad that we settled with this. I already cut the extra dial feet beforehand. It's another complicated process, so I will have a separate video on how to do that, so stay tuned for it. But since I already did that, installing the dial will be a simple process. So before we can set the hands, I'm going to be installing my logo. I am extremely proud of this because to me, this logo marked the start of a new journey and all the things to come. I'll tell you the meaning and the history behind this logo and design probably in a separate video because today I want the focus to be on this beautiful watch. I'm also recording this process on a different day, so that's why you see me with a new watch on. Look at how beautiful that is. Now we just need to do a little bit of cleanup and we can move on to setting the hands. It's the same process as usual. You start with the hour hand. Since this movement doesn't have a date window, we don't have to set the movement to midnight. All we need to do is align the hands and that will be good. I also got some really good advice in the comment from the last video. I'll put your comment up on the screen right now, so thank you again for that. Basically, they told me to check the alignment of the hands as I'm putting it on. So I'm going to put the hour hands on first and do a full rotation check, and then I'll proceed to put the minute hands on and then do a check again. Okay, so we just insert all the hands. So now we're moving on to the final step of this build. We just gotta take out the crown so that we can put it in the case. And you probably noticed, but I actually already cut this stem to size beforehand. You can actually find a particular video where I cut this stem on my channel. If you want to learn about how to resize, I went over in details. Also throw up some graphic in there. If you guys trying to get into watch building, that will be a helpful video. Yeah, but so right now we just gotta remove the stem, put it in the case, and do our finishing touch it. Probably be done soon. I also make sure to use gasket grease this time. I ordered it for the last video, but it didn't arrive on time, so I couldn't use it. But for this watch, on paper, it should have at least 50 meters of water resistant. But I don't have a pressure chamber yet to test that out, so it's not confirmed. But with the screw down crown and the gasket, I am more than confident that he'll be at least able to wash his hand with it. With the gasket in place, now we can close the case and put on a strap. He wanted a rubber strap, so I'm going with this black strap with curved ends. I'm really a big fan of this design because I think it makes for a seamless transition between the strap and the case, and it's also very comfortable, so I think he'll have fun with it. Now we can do our final checks and finishing touches on this watch. I don't see anything wrong with it, so I think we can call this build a wrap. Thank you guys for watching another watch build with me. I've been having a lot of fun. It's challenging, but it's very rewarding, so I want to keep doing it. So please like the video if you enjoy it, leave any comment down below, and help me subscribe to the channel. I'm making a goal to hit 1,000 subscribers by next year, and I know we can do it, but not without the help from you guys. So any amount of support will be really appreciated. But that's it from me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.